I have got some great news for Lakers fans. With all that has happened this summer, some of it really good for the Lakers. Getting Anthony Davis, they filled it out with a talented supporting cast. On paper, the Lakers look good. But their leader, their superstar, their boss, the latest, greatest Laker, is upset. Everybody's got something to say, it seems, about LeBron James. Whether it's his movie ambitions, whether it's his business aspirations, whether it is his parenting style, or whether it is his desire to win. Is he still an animal? David Griffin, his ex-general manager with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who worked with LeBron and got delivered that 2016 championship with Cleveland, the latest to talk about LeBron James. And LeBron James responds, as he typically does, with a cryptic tweet. Here's what he said yesterday. All right, enough is enough. The throne has been played with too much. He should add an extra O on that too, but still. And
what do you want? Come on, look at that. You're a writer. You went to college. Don't expect him to have the extra O.
No, LeBron's smart. He was a 3.3 student at least.
Okay, I'm just saying don't expect the extra O. Most people leave it out.
All right. The throne has been played with too much. And I ain't for horseplay. Ether coming soon. And Rob Parker, he followed it up with 9 fire emojis. Oh, it's on. It is so on. Lakers fans, buckle up. LeBron James is about to have a throwback season. Yay. And with Anthony Davis alongside him, watch out. People like Rob Parker are going to be silenced. Expect a heck of a season from LeBron James. That's what I got to say, Rob Parker.
Are you done?
This is all going to work out for good for Lakers fans and for LeBron. I don't know that he needed motivation, but now he's got it. If chasing Michael Jordan, if, winning after seeing Kawhi do what he did last year, if getting one more ring than Steph Curry, if becoming the latest great Laker to lead the Lakers to a championship, if none of that was motivation enough, then the shots being sent his way will do it. And I, for one, as a basketball fan, am excited to see LeBron turn back the clock. Yes, I'm done.
I'm glad you are, because Father Time is undefeated, and LeBron can talk.
That's all you got?
No, I got more
Cliches.
than that. LeBron that's all hollow nonsense talk that all of a sudden LeBron is going to turn the clock back. He's mad now because people are talking about him. He's mad. He's going to play hard this year. I remember this past year, Chris Broussard, when the Lakers had a chance to make the playoffs, and LeBron stuck out his chest and talked about playoff mode activated. Do you remember that? Playoff mode activated. Just watch and see. They went on to go 2-5 and lost to some of the worst teams in the league. LeBron James can stop with all the sticking out his chest and making proclamations. Go and play some defense. Go play and do it on the court rather than telling people you're going to come back and do this or do that and don't play. Don't play with the throne. Really? This is America. The only king we recognize is Burger King. No, there are no kings in this land. What throne? This guy's a nerd.
That was a nice line until you threw out Burger King.
Well, I'm just saying.
You had to come. I don't know what else you could have came with, but it's something better than Burger King.
That's the only king we recognize. But my point, though, is None of that matters to me to hear LeBron talk about it or people try to just wait and see. Everybody what was Kyle Kuzma? Everybody out here slandering LeBron. He going to be motivated. He's supposed to be the greatest player or one of the greatest players. What motivation? I need motivation from other people. But did Kyle Kuzma was the same guy who went and pushed LeBron for him to pick up his man defensively. You remember that? Was that the motivation he needs for Kyle Kuzma to push LeBron and go, defend your man. What are you doing? Put your hands up. Do something. So I've heard this before. Father Time is undefeated. As much as people want to believe that LeBron in year 17 is going to turn back the clock like he's playing in year 10, it's all Boulder Dash, poppycock. I'm not buying it. I'll believe it when I see it. Chris, I'm not saying he's not going to have a good season, but this whole notion that he's going to be the MVP and turn everything around and he has something to play for now, I'm just not buying it. He won't even be a part of the best team in the city because that'll be the Clippers.
You act like he fell off big time last year.
They just didn't have the impact. The numbers didn't have the impact.
No, let me remind you and all the listeners out there who are siding with you, if there are any.
What do you mean? There's plenty.
16th season, 27 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, 51% shooting from the floor, and the young, never been to the playoffs, Los Angeles Lakers are the 4th seed on Christmas Day. The 4th seed in the mighty, mighty West. And I'm telling you, I get it. They didn't make the playoffs. But 27, 8, and 8 is never hollow. It's impossible. That's like saying you hit 45 home runs.
And your team finished in last place. It happens.
320 and it was hollow. No, the team might not have had success, but those numbers were legitimate. You could average a hollow 21 points and 5 rebounds and 3 assists on 46% shooting. 27, 8, and 8 in the NBA is never hollow because those numbers are incredible. Incredible.
Only problem was that they didn't matter enough because they couldn't beat the Hawks. They couldn't beat the Grizzlies. They couldn't beat, what was the other bad team they lost to? The Pelicans. Without Anthony Davis, I could go on and on and on.
They got Anthony Davis
and they couldn't win those games, Chris. And that's when LeBron stuck his chest out and talked about the playoff mode, that all of a sudden he was activated, ready to go, and it didn't materialize. Those are facts.
Those are facts. LeBron. Some of it was on LeBron. Number one, I do think the injury was somewhat of a factor, but more so, and this is on LeBron. All the Anthony Davis trade talking, you've heard Rajon Rondo talk about it, other players. It sapped the locker room of its energy. Now, you can talk, Magic Johnson said it, all the players need to be more professional. I even said it.
I was going to say, you said it. I'm glad you said it because you said it.
It's part of the NBA, all that. But still, they're human beings and they're young. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, they never had been in that situation. Every day of their basketball lives, they have been stars. They have been desired. Even when they got to the Lakers and didn't quite live up to the hype yet, they still were viewed as having great potential and so on and so forth. So it shook them, especially a guy that they had looked up to, particularly Lonzo. So LeBron messed that up. And he and others underestimated the impact that would have in the locker room. So that was a part of the problem. But I'm telling you, Rob Parker, as Terrell Owens once said, get your popcorn ready.
Oh, yeah, you were the one who said he was going to be the MVP last year, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think he would have had a good chance had he not gotten injured.
He was not going to be the MVP.
Hold on,
Giannis
they were the 4th seed.
He was never going to be.
They were the 4th seed.
He was not going to be the MVP, Chris.
Why
he was not.
If they had been
Giannis,
the 3rd seed
Harden,
in the West,
he wouldn't have been the MVP. Giannis would have.
Stop it. He had a shot. You
had A, that they were going to the Western Conference Finals, and B, he was going to be an MVP. And all I'm just saying.
You know what I didn't have? That he was going to get injured with the worst injury of his career.
But
so
he
don't
did,
act like that's a non-factor,
but did he play,
Rob
though?
Parker.
I'm just saying, they did play.
Yeah, but you can play and you can be banged up.
You can't be
Did
banged
Ty
up after the
Gurley
fact.
play in the playoffs? Did Ty Gurley play in the Super Bowl? Yeah, but he wasn't the same.
Yeah, but you can't after the fact. I'm just saying that even before that, there was. You just got to admit it wasn't a year that people thought. There was a lot of stretches where LeBron didn't play defense. Am I right or wrong?
Question.
Okay,
No question.
all right.
And he's not going to be the defender he was in Miami, but I think he'll be a better defender than he was last year.
All right.
And he's got a little bit of help. Danny Green can defend. Obviously, Anthony Davis can defend. I'm just saying, Rob, everybody taking shots. It's going to be an interesting year, and I think Lakers fans, as I just said, should get the popcorn out.
I just want this on the record. Can we mark this down, Rob G? So LeBron is going to be what, Chris Broussard?
You're not pinning me
Yeah,
against
I
a
am.
corner.
I want to
No,
pin
no.
you into a corner.
It is August what? 1st?
So
Second?
what? You're
What is
telling
it?
me he's going
What
to
is
be
it? August 2nd.
August 2nd.
I am not making a prediction right now. You heard me. I just spouted for 10 minutes what I expect LeBron James to do. Nuff said. Nuff said. I'll make my predictions when it's time. All right? What are you saying? You want to put something on the record?
No, I'm more. You're the one talking about he's going to be rejuvenated. He's going to be this great. So I'm just saying. All right, we'll see.
When it's time to put something on the record, I will. What I just said is on the record.
We'll bet
Save
we'll
those.
bet Jordans.
They will be microwave hot take.
We'll bet Jordan's double or nothing because he owes me a pair.
You gonna get the cheapest Jordans known to man. I'm gonna surprise you one day with some $30 Jordans.
Nah, that ain't
somewhere. Will LeBron be able to follow through on his promise to bring ether to his critics next season? Your turn to weigh in.
All right, Max in Georgia. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Max?
What's up, Rob? You already know where I'm going with this, man. Me and you have been saying this for years. I don't care what people say, ether, no ether. You know, Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, David Blatt, David Griffin, Ty Lue took a medical sabbatical. Luke Walton and Magic couldn't even survive with this guy. The writing's on the walls in all those cities, guys, and LeBron James or LeBlame James' reputation isn't given, it's earned. That's all I got to say.
All right, appreciate it, Max. Thank you.
So what kind of season is he having?
Well, let me say this. I heard you talking about stats a few minutes ago. Like titles aside from the past, you know, if he's just averaging 28, 8, and 8, I could say that's kind of like a Carmelo season, right? You're not even making the playoffs.
No, Melo never gave you 8 assists or 8 rebounds.
That's true. That's true.
All right, appreciate
and
the call.
Shoot 50% essentially.
Thank you. What about Derek in Texas? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Derek?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Doing
What's
great.
happening?
Yeah, so I wanted to weigh in on that. I agree with Chris. LeBron bringing the ether this year. We might get an 09 LeBron or a 13 LeBron this year, but I'll go on record and say he's MVP this season.
All right, Derek, let's bet chicken wings, all right? You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll bet that.
All right.
Rob will bet chicken wings at the drop of a hat.
You know
man,
I will. All right, Derek,
I'll bet that.
I got you on the
I'm
record.
not going to say MVP because you got Anthony
I
Davis
got you,
there.
Chris. He MVP.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you, Chris. He's going to be MVP.
All right.
All right, let's see.
I ain't going to write him off, but it's a lot of other that'll be challenging because he's going to play enough load management too, you know?
Because you know there's going to be some load management.
You would
Thanks for the
think there
call.
should, but-
How about Marty in Kentucky? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty?
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Doing
What's
great.
happening, man? I know Marty got my back.
If this promise is like the promise last season where he was going to turn it up a notch, I'm not so sure. But if we're just talking, I don't think they're going to win a championship. But if we're just talking about his play, I think his statistics are going to be great. And I don't think that his statistics are empty. He's just too intelligent of a player. I think Russell Westbrook has some empty stats. But, as much as I dislike LeBron, I don't see that he has empty stats, and I could see him in the MVP race if he's healthy this year for sure.
He's year 17, father time, man. LeBron won't be good enough. He won't be able to play enough. He won't be the MVP.
If he plays enough games, again, I'm not going to predict MVP yet, but if he plays enough games, I do think he'll be in the hunt. I don't know if, I'm not going to say he's going to win it, but I think he'll be in the hunt.
Sheldon in Utah. Sheldon, you're on
Hey,
the Odd
fellas,
Couple.
love the
What's
show.
happening? Thank you, buddy.
Sheldon, I know he like, yo, my Jazz. Don't sleep on my Jazz.
That's right. That's right. Nobody sleep on him. But hey, I was trying to call in yesterday.
Did we lose?
lose?
If
Okay.
AD wanted to play with LeBron so bad, why hasn't he signed that extension yet?
He
Well-
said because he said he might go to Chicago. He might go home. Didn't you see that story? I'm sure that made Laker fans
you
feel
really,
good.
really, you put a lot of stock in that
I'm
story.
just
He was at a
saying.
camp in Chicago, his hometown.
I'm
What's
just
he gonna say?
saying.
Oh no, I'm never coming to the Bulls. Come on.
I'm just saying that sounded good.
And Sam trying to, was it Sam from Utah? He's trying to drop little negative, Sheldon, I'm sorry, little negatives in there. You know, look, AD clearly wanted to play with LeBron.
Was that your cousin? Did you text him because it was? Oh, it was
Nah, he
negative.
was on your side. He was on your side.
All right, Mark in Sacramento. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
What's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
And there it is. Somebody just hit a grand slam home run.
What's
We
happening,
just
Mark?
talked about it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to win it, but I do think you'll finish top 3 for one reason. For the first time in 8 years, that guy had a summer off to let his body heal and recharge his battery, and I
Great
think he'll
point.
be fresh.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Mark, it's still 17 years in the league, and
Yeah, but this is the most well-conditioned athlete we've seen in the
he ain't gonna win.
generation, man.
He ain't gonna win no MVP. He might.
Well, I said top 3.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
All right, Mark.
And the key, it's a different day and age. Look at Tom Brady, and I'm not, LeBron has been an Iron Man. You know, he's been like a Tom Brady, and he's been able to defy Father Time so far. It's coming at some point, but I don't think it'll come at him this year yet.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not there. Not an MVP.
Of course you're not there. I
Yeah.
mean, I know you're not there.
No, I'm just
You
not
would never
there.
be there.
No, that's not true.
It'll be December, Christmas Day. They beat the Clippers. They're the second seed. He's averaging 25, 10, and 7, and you won't be there.
And they'll be like, they start the season and they'll be under 500. They'll be the 9th seed, and you'll say, well, what did you expect? You thought Anthony Davis was going to turn this around? Anthony Davis has never won anything.
Stop.
That'll be your argument. It'll be
Hey.
like, Anthony Davis never won anything. Watch. I'm telling
one
you,
thing
Chris.
I'm not
you
going
will
to jump
say
on
that.
Anthony Davis.
Yes, you
assuming
will.
He's playing. No, assuming he's playing well. But it's all these moves for LeBron, whether it was to Miami, then back to Cleveland, they did start slow. You know, I don't know if this one will start slow, but that's been the history.
No,
That-
you're
that
right.
is true.
Now that's
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. All right, we take any more calls, or we good?
Yeah, if you want to chime in, we can still take a couple more. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369.
All right, Rob, what did you think of? Did you see David Griffin talk today? Kind of backtrack.
When he ran to the jump, or
Yeah, what were your thoughts? I texted with Griffin earlier this morning. He had told me that, the comments were taken out of context.
I'm just not buying
Same
that,
thing
Chris.
he kind of said.
Those.
So you think, I know you're disappointed then if you think he backtracked.
He backtracked. That's all it was. I mean, he got some pushback. Guys say stuff. Chris, you notice you've been in the newspaper business. You've been a writer before and all that. When people see stuff in print, all of a sudden they act like they didn't say it or the writer took it. What out of context? He said he was miserable. Right? I mean, how is that out of context? Chris, am I wrong? Look at the comments. What was taken out of context? He said he was miserable.
What he texted me, and I think he said it on the jump, is that it was the media scrutiny that made it miserable. The constant media scrutiny, not LeBron being there himself. Now, obviously, the media scrutiny, that can be tough to deal with when it's championship or bust.
Chris,
but
he
this
also
is what
said
you signed up for. Would you rather make the playoffs or bust, as in I'm going to lose my job if we don't? This is the business you're in.
I get it. But
LeBron James falls into your lap, and I'm not even trying to big up LeBron, but let's keep it real. You're a first-year GM. Your first job in the NBA as a general manager, and LeBron James falls in your lap? And
what was the other one? What was the other one out of context? Where he said LeBron never takes any of the blame. LeBron gets all the credit, and that's out of context.
Yeah,
LeBron
he
gets
said
all
it.
the credit, and everybody else gets the blame. Blah, blah, blah. That's not fun. So what is that? What's out of context, please? Because I didn't see the Rachel Nichols interview. I would have said, tell me from this quote, what's out of context? I don't get that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, look.
Am I wrong?
The comments are what they were.
They are what they are.
Is it possible hey, it is what it is, and what he said today and kind of pulling back, it didn't really change it to me.
Nah, it didn't. You can walk back. You can walk. A lot of people walk stuff back because after it comes out, it just looks different in print. It just does.
Yeah.
You say something, and then all of a sudden you see it. Hey, Chris, let's knock out a couple more of these calls. Mike in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Thanks for taking my call, guys, and both of you are good at what you do.
Thank you, buddy.
I believe David Griffin was out of line. LeBron James is my version right now of a Michael Jordan era, and it comes with the territory as far as like the pressures or anything and everything that comes with it. But I wish you would have said that before you got the New Orleans job, because what you're going to do in 4 or 5 more years when Big Z gets all that attention. Now, if Big Z hold his end up and be like everybody say he going to be, what you going to pull your hair out because you can't deal with what comes with Big Z? Big Z
That's
gonna
a
be
great
somebody
point.
No, but the only thing is,
that's a great point.
Mike.
Hold on. If New Orleans, if Zion becomes what Skip Bayless and some other thinks he can be, and if David Griffin does a good job in New Orleans, that pressure's coming.
No, but
I mean, New Orleans is on freaking Christmas Day this year. The pressure is coming.
Yeah, but the only thing is, and I think one of his fair criticisms is LeBron wants you to make moves for the organization when he's not committed and he's doing a 1-and-1 contract, but these moves have bigger ramifications whether he's there or not.
What ramifications? 4 trips to the finals and one NBA championship?
And 1 NBA championship in 11 years.
So
but
what?
they're moving all the stuff around.
The people in Cleveland, one of which I am from, Cleveland, that's one of the many places I'm from, they're appreciative. 52 years, no baseball, no football. Now they got hoop. They're appreciative. Don't try to hate on that, Rob. You know that.
Very nice.
Like I figured. Silence.
No, that's what you want to do. You want to beat your chest about it. I got it.